Hi, welcome back to my channel, Scale Model Kit Review Studio. Welcome back to another installment of the DeAgostini build, the 1/6 scale Ford GT500 Mustang. And I said it, 1/6 scale is the largest car out there in the part work realm. So if you haven't done so already, head over to DeAgostini and subscribe to this build today. I put a direct link down below. Click on that link. Lets DeAgostini know you're watching my videos. Let's get started. Welcome back to Scale Model Kit Review Studio, and welcome back to another installment of the DeAgostini Build Your Own Ford Mustang. Yes, this is the 1/6 scale Shelby GT500 from 1967. Now, there's been no other part work kit this large for the Mustang, so I definitely am excited about this build. I am currently working on pack number 6. And inside of pack number 6, we'll be building stages 19 through 23. Now, this pack also included the free binder holder. And this is to put your magazines into to keep them stored and be able to archive all those wonderful articles that come with each issue that you received. And also one of the free gifts that I received, and they can vary depending on your subscription, so head over to DeAgostini and see what they are offering with each subscription currently. But with this one, I did receive the 1/64 scale, or 1/43 scale, it's larger than 64, 1/43 scale Shelby GT500. And this is fantastic. This is the iconic white with the metallic blue striping on it. And very nice here. Very nice gift. So, there you go. So, let's move on and let's look at the parts that came with this pack. Stage 19 is the passenger seat components. Stage 20, continuing with the front passenger seat. Stage 21, once again, the front passenger seat. Stage 22, working on the front suspension. And stage 23, looks like we have the exhaust tips. Let's get started. And here we go. And I failed to mention this, but if you haven't subscribed to this already, head over to the DeAgostini. I put a direct link down below. I do highly recommend this build. It's a large car. Like I said, it is in 1/6 scale. So it's fantastic. The articles that come in this magazine, the SVT Mustangs from the 1990s. Great article there if you want to know about those, the Cobras and such that came during that era. And then we have the step-by-step instructions for the right front seat backrest. And continuing on, the Ford story, the Ford GTX1 concept, open to the sky. It's great there. Nice. Love the color of that car. T-tops are completely removed, and with the T-tops there, that looks great. And a little article about the SEMA Technology Initiative. Alright, let's go ahead and look at the instructions a little bit closer here. So we'll be working on the front seat backrest, and this is the passenger side. We did this once already, so I'm not going to show you every screw getting installed. But if I do incur any difficulties or any confusion with the instructions, maybe something isn't that clear, I'll point them out. Let's get the parts and move on. Here's the parts for 19. Let's get a closer look. PS14 And all the parts here, everything here is plastic. The chrome trim, the padding here, nice foam padding, the cutout for the emblem that goes in the seat, and the seat back is a rubber material, very pliable, very nice. Okay, here's the seat back that I've assembled so far. I inserted the harder plastic into the rubber cover of the seat. Then I inserted the chrome insert here and the chrome insert around the side with 4 of the PS14 screws. And ready, just pretty much all we're going to do is lay this down with the detent of that right like that, and that's what it looks like. So that's all we do for 19. Now let's start building the bottom of the seat next with stage 20. I'll be right back. Let's look at the step-by-step instructions for stage 20. The seat base for the right front seat, and these are the parts that are included. Much of the same that we've done already for the driver's seat. Nothing different here. There's a little trick to doing the side chrome pieces, how they will hold the rubber seat bottom cover in place, and then we'll insert all that together there on the right. Let me get the parts. I will be right back. Here's the parts for stage 20. Let's get a closer look. Here's a close-up of those parts. The seat bottom itself, made of rubber just like the back, the hard insert, the seat back, and the chrome trim. No screws came with this. Let's get started. So I assembled the seat bottom and cover on this, made sure everything is inserted neatly. I already put in one of the chrome pieces of trim there. Now you'll look, there's some tabs that stick up on the cover itself, the rubber cover. So when you put your trim down, make sure that they go in to these slots here. The rubber trim pieces, the rubber parts of the seat cover go into those slots. You want that to slide in so it kind of holds everything in place. When you press fit everything down. And just give it a check, make sure everything looks good along the edges. They're inserted like they should be. Now we'll go ahead and bring over the seat bottom. Whoops. And this is actually the seat back. We'll bring that over and we're going to put our seat back together. And this all just press fits, making sure everything is in place like it should be. Just like that. Okay, so that completes stage 20. Let's proceed on and get this seat done in stage 21. I'll be right back. Here's the step-by-step instructions for 21. We're going to go ahead and complete the seat with this. We're going to install the rest of the seat bottom components, and these are the parts. Just as we did before, everything goes together in sequence here, so be sure you follow the steps step by step there, and we'll have a completed seat when we're done. Let me get the parts and I will be right back. Here's the parts for stage 21. Let's get a closer look. Once again, PS14 screws. These are the seat tracks with lever. Seat bottom spring assembly made of plastic, and the cushion itself. And to start off, we'll line up the seat back with the seat bottom, and you can see how they're inserted there on each side, each end. And then we'll just set it up like this. We'll insert our seat cushion into this next. That's what that looks like. Then we'll bring over our spring assembly. We want this angle to be with the angle of the seat bottom, and that's going to slide in just like that and get everything lined up just like that, and that looks great. We'll go ahead and put 4 PS14 screws into this. All 4 screws have been put in, making sure everything is lined up like it should be, even all the way around the bottom. And as far as our seat tracks go, they only go in one way. You want to have the lever in the front of the seat. And this one here, it has a large pin and a small pin, so just line those up and you're good. The seat is together 100%. Looks great. So that completes the seat and step 21. Let's head over and do stage 22. Here's the step-by-step instructions for stage 22. We're going to work on the right front brake disc, and this is the first time we're doing something like this for this build. So here's the parts that are involved with that. Plus you'll need to grab your one of your wheel and tires that you've already assembled. We're going to be working on the brake disc and the brake caliper assembly and mounting that to the wheel. So let me get the parts and I will be right back. Here's the parts for stage 22. Let's get a closer look. DS01 screws, DS12 screws. Here's our axle, front axle stub, they call it. This is made of metal. It does have an R on it, so we are working on the right side. Here's your brake caliper. It is plastic. Here's your brake line, your brake hose. Once again, plastic, very fragile there. Here's your brake disc and your backing plate for the brake. First thing we do is we install that brake line, and you'll see how it mounts in here. There's a hole for that. It wraps around pretty tightly around the caliper and comes out the top over here. Right now it's loose. You could super glue that in place if you like, but that's how that looks. Okay, here's your axle stub assembly, and you'll note that it has a large mounting hole and a small mounting hole. So does the backing plate. So you want those to line up. Just like that. And note that we still have a hole in the center. Now we'll go ahead and take our brake disc and we're going to insert that on top of that. We'll turn this over, bring over our brake caliper, and that's going to insert on this opening, and it's going to line up the hole, the mounting hole on the axle stub right there. A DS01 screw will go into that. And a DS01 screw is screwed down all the way tight. Remember, it's going into metal, so you can lubricate it if you like with some 3-in-1 oil. And that's what that looks like there. Now we're going to go ahead and bring over our wheel and tire and turn that over. And you'll note that there's a notch on the inner side here at the inner race. You want that notch to line up with the notch on your brake disc. So we're going to take and insert this down. Perfect, lined up with the brake disc, and we're going to go ahead and put our screw in to the middle of the hub here. And the DS12 screw is installed, and I tightened it down. Having it tight still gives it just a little bit of friction here, which is what I like. And I did oil that screw up with 3-in-1 oil, and remember now we have a magnetized hubcap, and that will just get held in place. There you go with the Cobra symbol on it. It looks great. That completes stage 22. Let's head over and do the final stage for this video, stage 23. The final stage for this build, stage 23, we'll work on the exhaust pipes. We have a little bit of assembling going on here, left and right. That's what it will look like. Let me get the parts and I will be right back. Here's the parts for 23. Let's get a closer look. Here's your exhaust tips, and they are marked appropriately with the left and right. So this is the left side here, and you can see the L on the very end here. Same thing with the tip. It does have an L on it also. And the right, same thing. Now we're going to insert the tip into the exhaust pipe, and you can see there's a flat edge, so it only goes in one way. So pay attention to that, and it's just going to be a press fit, just like that. And I noticed that one is larger than the other, so you can't get them confused by sides, either left or right. But there you go. There you go. Exhaust tips are done. That was very easy. So we're just going to put these aside in safekeeping for later on. That completes stage 23. And that completes pack number 6 for this build. I had a blast doing it. Everything was very easy to do, very easy to assemble. The front hub and brake and caliper, the passenger seat fully, looks great, and the exhaust tips. So if you haven't done so already, head over to DeAgostini Collectibles and sign up for this build today. I put a link in the description below. If you like my content, please subscribe to my channel and smash that like button. Happy modeling, everybody. Until the next installment, which I have on hand, that will be coming very soon. Take care.